Hello, my name is Kylie Caputo, and I will once again be running for the president of the Class of 2020 Advisory Board. You know, we've been through freshman year, and I learned a lot of things, but it's not me who I hope learned something. It is everyone watching, not just an advisory board, but every single one of you who belong to our team, the Class of 2020 team. I hope that everyone has learned that I would be the best candidate for our class's future. Under the right leadership, we can accomplish tons of things with being proactive and persistent. One difference about me and other people is that when I say I will do something, I do. I don't have to, I don't get around to it. To me, it's priority. It's called taking initiative. And I'm not sure we had this in the past, but this is something that I'm really good at and will continue to do. Last year when I lost, I kept thinking of possible reasons why I lost. And I was not sure since every time we met for hallway after school or during hats, people would ask me what they could do or ask me questions about hallway, spirit week, or advisory board in general. I am coming back stronger and more determined than ever to win. A president does more than just take charge and be a leader. They voice others' opinions, are true to themselves, and hear what others have to say. For the 2017-2018 school year, I can see our class breaking new limits. We can make more money for our class, make our hallway better than last year, and have more spirit. Last year, without me as a president, we raised $3,000, came in third place for hallway, and only about half our grade shouting, cheering, and dressing up during Spirit Week. But with me as president, I want to make thousands of more dollars with fundraisers, come in second or first place with more commitment, dedication, and great ideas, and have a great meeting to up our school pride. I cannot promise unrealistic things like class trips because just me alone can't get that done. But I can promise a person who is considerate of others, courageous, determined, fearless, and passionate. I want to make it true that our advisors are our cheerleaders and not our leaders. I hope to be the leader who gets stuff done, runs the meetings, makes a call when needed, and listens to people's ideas since things are not exactly like this in the past. Some ideas we could pull together this year include a 5K glow-in-the-dark run or color run, pumpkin carving and a breakfast where kids can dress up, the parents' night out, the dodgeball tournament idea that has been brought up, or even a Super Bowl fundraiser where people could come before the Super Bowl, maybe play some football, little kids could meet football players from HH, we could have snacks, and it could be like a tailgate. The ideas are limitless. It is where your imagination stops that controls how much you put into something, how much fun you have, and the amount of money you make comes out of all of this. Personally, I'm not in a million different sports or clubs that I have a ton of commitment to. I don't play a sport every season, and I'm not doing something after school every day or during hats. And that is great for those people, but that can be committed like this, but my commitment falls with the advisory board. I mean, yes, I have a life just like everyone else, but if I had to get something done, it would get done. With consideration, I hope people understand that with me as their president, we could accomplish so much more and be the class that when we graduate, everyone wants to be like. I think others see a future for me to take charge of something, and I do not believe I've been given my fair shot. But if I am, I will not disappoint. You don't have to vote for your friend. You should vote for the person who you think will do the best job because your vote is your voice. Don't forget to vote today, and don't let your vote go to waste. Thank you so much for listening.
Hey, Class of 2020, I'm Courtney Demarest, and I want to be your Advisory Board President once again. Last year, freshman year, was a learning experience for everyone, including me. I was new to Advisory Board like everyone else, and I was given the opportunity to see how much potential our class has. I want to take everything that I learned last year and use it to lead our class during Spirit Week and Hallway, funding for our class, and overall having an amazing sophomore year. Last year, we got third place in Hallway during Spirit Week. That is an outstanding accomplishment for freshmen. We set the bar very high for ourselves, and I know our class can exceed that bar. One way we can exceed that bar is by having more school spirit and more class spirit. For instance, during all of Spirit Week, having more people participate by simply dressing to the theme that is set for that day. Simple things like that can improve our score during the pep rally. Having pride in our class is one thing I want everyone to walk away with this year. Fundraising last year is definitely something we can improve upon this year. Now we know what fundraisers can be done, where they can take place, and when they should be held. I feel our senior class trip to Disney World should be available to everyone, meaning we should make it as affordable as possible, and the way to do that is by fundraising and raising money for our class. When it comes to these things, a lot of creative thoughts and ideas are needed, and sometimes people are too scared to share the amazing ideas that they have. I will be a leader who can give you a voice. I want you to see me as a friendly face who is open to all thoughts and ideas. I'm interested in your opinions, and I don't want you to feel invisible. The only way we will be able to thrive as a class is if we all come together, share how we feel, share out our opinions, and most importantly, we need to be united and have pride in our class. We can accomplish all of these things if you vote for me as your advisory board president. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cameron Ryan, and I'm running for president of the class of 2020. I'm very passionate about this class and feel we have a lot of potential. This year, I believe our #1 priority has to be focused on fundraising. We need to think of unique fundraising ideas that will help us raise money. The more money we make, the more fun high school will be. We need to look forward into the upcoming years and the events that are going to occur. For example, homecoming, junior prom, the senior trip, and the senior bash. The sad reality is with these events may come a lot of personal expenses. One of my main goals as your class president will be to reduce all of your personal and class expenses. As president, I will create more exciting ways to raise our class funds while bringing everyone working together to do so. I would like to make ordinary fundraising fun. For example, I want to sell Hatter's Halo headbands and not only sell them to HH students, but also at Keith Valley. Another way I would want to make fundraising fun is creating a sport-oriented tournament that everyone would enjoy. A dodgeball tournament is just one of the things we could do. I believe our grade is capable of this, but we need to encourage our whole grade to be involved. As president, I would be the voice of the people and listen to everyone's opinions and ideas and work hard to unite our grade as one. To show the people my dedication to my class, I promise that we will raise double the money that we raised last year. As a 3-sport athlete here at HH, I believe that my leadership and experience working with others will extremely help me while pursuing the role of president. This year, I want our grade to be united as one. We cannot split into separate groups. During the pep rally, we need everyone to scream the chants and be involved. I will not be able to accomplish these things alone, but with your help and each of your votes, we can make this happen. Thank you for your time, and please consider me to be your class president.
Hello, my name is Audrey Carell, and I am running for Vice President of the Class of 2020's Advisory Board. As the Vice President, I intend on being someone that you're able to voice your concerns and opinions to, which I will then share to the advisors. Last year as a freshman, I was in Advisory Board, but did not run for anything. As a member, I was able to see that the opinions of the members were pushed to the side and forgotten. This year, I will make sure that this same mistake is not repeated, and will go the extra mile to make sure no one feels like their opinion doesn't matter. While I appreciate the ideas of others, I have a few of my own. As for fundraising, last year, we raised very little and put minimal effort in fundraising. This upcoming year, I would like to start a headband fundraiser throughout the school, and in the fall time have a scavenger hunt, then have a similar one in spring. I will make sure that we do not waste time in meetings on ideas that will not be executed. Also in meetings, I would like to make sure that they are more organized and sufficient, rather than loud and all over the place. For pep rally and hallway, the same few people stayed after school to help. This year, I plan on having more people involved in the execution of hallway and the pep rally. A class that lacks enthusiasm and spirit will struggle to succeed and ultimately never reach their goals. For me, class spirit is important and needed. This year already, a wider variety of the grade has decided to contribute. 2020 as a class has the potential to accomplish endless amounts of achievements and victory, and with me as Vice President, these goals will easily be reachable.
Hello, class of 2020. This is my running mate, Lucas Lasciavo, and I am Nate Cho. We are here to announce our candidacy for Vice President.
Nate and I have chosen to co-run for Vice President and have been given a great opportunity to speak to you all.
As the Vice Presidents of our class, our goal is to create an environment where everyone is involved and open to new opportunities.
We want to begin by creating fundraisers and community service events to increase our financial validity. We will also be flexible and open to suggestions from any of you guys.
By creating these new opportunities, our class would not only have enough money, but will also have the opportunity to be involved in many exciting events, including class trips, rallies, sporting events, and many more. However, one of my personal main goals is to make everyone comfortable and work together to solidify our place in HH. To achieve this goal, we need good leaders to guide our class, and that is why you have people such as me and Lucas.
Now, you may think Vice President isn't much of an important position. However, both of us are here to change that. We would like to coincide with other officers to create an environment where as many people as possible can be satisfied.
Overall, we'd like to make this year as helpful and welcoming to you guys as it is to our community.
Thank you for your time, and vote Lucas Lasciavo and Nate Cho for Vice President.
Hello, class of 2020. I'm Isabel Valguera, and I'm running for your 2017-2018 school year's Vice President. I was vice president last year. I want to run again because I believe that I will make the class of 2020 the best class ever. My goal this school year is to make as much money as our grade can by fundraising. Some ideas I have already come up with are a Chipotle and or a Chick-fil-A fundraiser, a pancake breakfast at Applebee's, selling candy at Halloween, having many baker food sales during this school year, and selling beads for St. Patty's and or Mardi Gras. Another idea is that we could always ask Mr. Fugay and Miss DeCino to take over the food truck fundraising to make money for our grade. They do a few of those fundraisers a year and make tons of money through them. Also, I believe that I'm a good leader. In addition to being an officer last year, I'm also an officer for the theater club. You may think that I would be too busy for both, but I am also very good at managing my time. I made it to almost every officer and general attendance meeting last year and only missed if I was sick or at the doctor's. Also, the officers ran most of the meetings last year and made sure to get everyone in the club involved. I do believe that we could be able to include all of our grades throughout the year. This could be by everyone buying all of our class shirts or having everyone cheer and have fun during the pep rally for hallway. Last year, I served in the position of vice president. I worked along with the other officers and Ms. Schneider and Pasco. Some of the things I did last year were creating most of the sign-up geniuses throughout the year with Ms. Schneider. I also ran a committee for hallway, come up with the decorations for hallway, planned and the Moana movie night with their officers and the advisors, and helped set up the hallway. I also was one of the first students to ask Ms. DeCino if we were able to take over the Princess Breakfast next year. Over the summer, I spent 2 weeks in Europe in 4 different countries representing our school. I was also an intern at a theater camp where I helped them put on a show and helped to keep kids quiet and ready for their scenes. This helped me develop leadership skills that will surely be useful for running and helping out with the advisory board. In conclusion, you should vote for me because I'm a great leader and I'm friendly. I like to help others, and I have past experience as this role in this type of office. And remember, everyone's vote matters. You should vote for the person that is going to do the best job instead of worrying about who your friends are voting for. I'm Isabel Guerra, and I may not have 2020 vision, but I do have a vision for the class of 2020.
Hello friends, my name is Zed Aspa, but you can call me Z, and I want to be your class treasurer for our class of 2020. Let's do this. My job as a treasurer was to handle all the money transactions, as well as set up events, fundraisers, and even lead class meetings. I feel like I'm very qualified to lead us and help us out in any events we create or manage. I'm a man of the people, and I will listen to all recommendations. My goal is for our class to be remembered in this school's history. As Lil Wayne once said, "Young Money Militia, and I am their commissioner." I believe this is our prime age in high school, and we have the potential to raise a lot of money for our class. If we keep the people to join advisory board, we can increase our money and be a force to be reckoned with. Last year, we raised a whopping $3,000, but that's nothing what we're going to raise this year. In the future, hopefully we can make all the trips for our class affordable as well as manageable for anyone to go on. The key for all this to happen is for a lot of students in advisory board who are willing to participate often. I think one of my most appealing skills is a motivator and a hype man that gets the crowd going. Even though I'm running for treasurer, I want to help out for hallway committee and get everyone pumped and decked out for Spirit Week. I hope to get everyone in the grade involved in even the little things that we take for granted every day. I also want to make more than just our class shirts. With my ideas and thoughts, hopefully we can make anything for our class affordable as well as merchandise. For the fundraisers, we can also do ones at Chipotle and other restaurants, but we can also create some new ones around Christmas time or spring break. There's a lot of great people running for every position, and you should vote for the people you think are most qualified. Class, the sky's not our limit, it's a point of view. I'll control your money, so vote for me, class of 2020.
Hello, my name is Sheila Fisher, and I am enthusiastically running for the position of treasurer to serve our sophomore class. Here at HH, I'm involved in yearbook, student council, advisory board, and I'm a 3-sport athlete. As our class begins our sophomore year, we are even more aware things can be changed and modified for the betterment of our class. I believe in pushing the boundaries further than ever imagined to ensure a positive environment where we can benefit from any change made. I'm very involved in advisory board today, but being a general member is just not enough for me. I want to do more for the sake of our grade. The first step I will make is I will try to get more people involved in advisory board. In our case, the more members the merrier. Our class cannot be number one if only a small number of students are dedicated, and that is where all of you come into play. We must have a large group of dedicated students if we want to succeed this year and all of the years following. My second step I will make is working to get our revenue to surpass the number we raised last year. One thing you will learn about me if I become treasurer is I know how to work a budget and get the most bang for my buck. Last year we set our goals fairly low, but now I believe in pushing our comfort zone and raising every dollar possible to have enough money to fall back on to create lasting memories. We must start making decisions today for events which will take place in the future. We must start thinking about fundraising for our senior trip, and the earlier we start, the easier it'll be for us in the long run. Cheap prom tickets, discounted class trips, and an overall extravagant senior year sounds much more appealing than paying full price for everything, and I will fully commit my time to raising enough money and spending it appropriately so we can all enjoy these luxuries. I firmly believe we must put in the time now in order to see the results later. My end goal is to have the best years of high school we possibly can, and I am very confident that I can do that all for you. If you agree with any of the points I have made during this speech, then vote for me. Not a single vote will go to waste. You won't regret it. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Haley Anderson, and I am running for secretary of our advisory board. I was secretary for our advisory board last year, too. The secretary is in charge of keeping attendance, help run meetings, keeps tracks of new ideas brought up at meetings, keeps a list of any committees made at an event, and maintains and updates the Canvas page. I should be class secretary because I am organized, trusted, and a reliable student. I will allow all voices to be heard, and each one will be put into consideration. As a class, we need to raise more money so we can have better benefits as seniors, and hopefully prom or our class trip will not be so expensive. Also, with more money, we can buy better supplies to decorate or create our hallway. Because as of now, we only have $3,000, which is behind all the other grades at this time of their year. If I am voted into the position, I will constantly brainstorm ideas for fundraising. And once we have decided on an idea, I will help organize and plan it. Some ideas for fundraising could be the Skull Pop candygrams or a parents' night when we watch the kids. I want to make advisory board more dependent on the students and make a more students-run club. I would also like to organize and prepare the hallway as soon as we can and make it earlier than last year. And organize a pep rally so we will know who will go up to dance or for the lip sync battle so it will not be a repeat of last year. Lastly, I would also like to get this club involved within the community, like set up drives for local families in need or victims from Hurricane Irma. Also, I would like to try to get more people involved within our club because we all have to work together and support each other to make this year and years coming successful and fun. Finally, I can devote 110% of my time to this position. Thank you for listening, and I hope you vote me for your next class secretary.
School. School has many definitions given by many different people, but the main one is a place of learning. I'm going to make this short and sweet. Here at HH, we are here for our education, learning and growing every day. However, that doesn't mean that there is no time for fun. Red and Black Night, hallway decorating, fundraisers, and pep rallies are such great examples to show the amount of fun that some of us have in the school. These fun events don't just happen themselves. The posters don't get painted themselves, and the hallway doesn't get decorated itself. Clubs, such as an advisory board, create these things, and it would be an honor to be an officer for our board of 2020. Last year, I was on an advisory board, but was not an officer. I immediately regretted not running for anything because I realized how much fun it would be. I'm choosing to run for secretary this year because I feel as though that since I was very involved last year, not even being an officer, I could be even more involved this year by being one. I feel very motivated and passionate about this role, and that I should step up from just being an advisory board to being a class representative. The role of a secretary needs a hardworking, driven, and organized individual, and I think that I possess those qualities. I feel as though I would be the best candidate for the role of secretary because I'm hardworking, a leader, and when I'm passionate and driven about something, I always give it my best. I believe that if I were to be appointed secretary, I would make a positive impact towards the board by putting my best foot forward with more fundraisers and more organization. Freshman year flew by, and with that, so are the next few years. While we are here, we should be involved and have a voice. High school is something we should remember in a positive way. We should look back at these times and think about how much of a great school Hatboro-Horsham is and how much fun our class had. I have many ideas to put forward, and even if I get this role or not, I cannot wait to share them with you. Thank you for listening, 2020. Vote Brandy, and have a nice day.